Okay, so welcome back, guys, to the second part of the Vampyr gameplay. Last time we ended off by killing that, like the guy. I don't even remember his name now, but the little William Shakespeare looking motherfucker. Out of the way. Now we're going to, as the objective says, take me enter the Pembroke Hospital. So I'm just gonna chat with these fellows.
Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Okay. Well, okay, apparently we're not gonna talk to these fellows. We're just gonna...
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! It's my turn!
Oh, well... Oh god.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmery level must be equal or higher than a citizen's resistance.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
To embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive extra boost, but will be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about... Press to embrace Clay Cox, spacebar to release him.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
He seems to be doing fine now.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. So, yeah, sorry that was quiet for a while, but I got so into the game that I that I lost all senses. Okay, but well, no, the reason why I didn't want to eat him was because obviously I wanted to eat him at first because he was such a to me. But then I made him apologize, so I felt like, okay, you know what, he made up for that mistake, and well, I want bigger XP boosts, so I won't eat him immediately.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit.
Yep.
I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
That sounds such like a robotic thing to say, like a servant. Welcome, Dr. Reed, to wherever place you're at. In this case, the Pembroke Hospital. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital. Your office is ready for you. Like, yeah, sure, I'll have a few
I would like
questions.
to ask a few questions first.
She just told me on the second floor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Okay.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
No.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay, you're very bland. Okay. How is Mr.
And
Hampton?
Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
Need to suck his blood?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess that's all the questions
Thank you,
I'll
Nurse
ask.
Crane.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so yeah, let's head into the hospital, see if I can...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
I mean, yeah, it looks pretty abandoned, honestly. It's just like, it's a hospital, yeah, right, but like, it seems like no one would really suspect anything mysterious in this general area. Well, I can't go in there. Well, I might just follow the sign. The big Y at the top of my screen could, you know, quite possibly help me find my office. I'm assuming, yeah, it's in the... I want to take a little stroll around first. Okay, so my office is in there. Ooh. Interesting. A hacksaw. Can I go through here? Nope. Yeah, this place is quite lovely. It has the interior design. Okay. The interior design of the age that this game is being played in, honestly. I don't remember what date it was. I think it was 1812. Yeah, I think there's not much to do here. Well, there's a first floor, but I don't feel like I need to explore that too much right currently.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
No, that's good. Craft. On a workbench you can craft medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost yourself, weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. You first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the analyze component. Okay. You have enough components to improve one of your weapons. Well, I haven't even... Okay, so that's 65 damage, 15 speed, 20 stamina. This is 19... Okay, yeah, this is more of a heavy hitter. I'm assuming the... No, they can't be going off that. It's level 1, yeah. I think I want to go with the scythe for now. There was a good combo with the stake, how I would just like stab them and then, you know, slash them. But like the big guy, he wasn't really affected by that. So I don't really know. I might just upgrade the hacksaw. I am a doctor after all. You can just get the stereotype, you know. You can upgrade your weapons to a new level with a new required ingredients. It will inflict more damage and you will also gain access to customization slots. Yeah, okay. Enhanced damage, increased blood absorption. Okay. So that's what it does. Does it do that for everything? Yeah, it does. This is very, very slow. It's a very... but that speed won't increase, and I don't think I can do that, so... I don't have the... let's see here... yeah, sure, I think I'll upgrade the hacksaw. Can't upgrade any of this currently, but that's fine. Work in progress, yeah.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Yeah, sounds like a good
I
idea.
have so much time now.
Yes. So considering you're a vampire, you won't die for quite some time, my guy. Okay, what was my plan? Yeah, I was gonna go for some kind of blood sucking, you know, not too much tanky, but considering... I'd say increase my tankiness first and then go for that, but it's easier to just kill them quickly instead of focusing on that, honestly. Can I get this? No, I cannot. I don't have like I have to start sucking someone's blood soon, otherwise. I won't level up at all. I need to be less merciful. But let's upgrade my health for now. That's all I can do for now.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Yeah.
What about my thirst for blood?
Well, that's another problem we have to solve later, my guy. You can't solve a problem currently. Is someone gonna behind this door? Yep, knew it.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Uh-huh.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
Ouch. I didn't mean to say it that way.
In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay, good. Okay, that's my next quest. I would like to chat with him more because I want to get as much information. Actually, can I? No, not lock on. Not. I'm not gonna fight her. Okay, so at the at the back of the hospital, maybe there's a back door that I can go through here. And maybe I'll just run around the entire building. That's the only way I see that I can do this right now, because I don't see... The hospital seems pretty shut off, like there's not a lot of areas that I can go to. Yeah. Here, back of the hospital. There's a morgue. So this is the back side of the hospital. Narrow street. Oh, yeah, right, I can just follow my goddamn, the big Y. Sorry guys, I'm a little slow today, I didn't get much sleep last night. It's right there. Okay, cool.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find...
Find somebody, yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, now it's loading. So this is a new, I'm assuming, pretty big area with probably monsters in them. So gotta be prepared to fight here. I'm assuming. Oh, what's this? Ah, yes. The more things I can use for experimenting and research, the better. Yeah, so... Oh, there are several signs. I'm 100% gonna fight. I can feel it. Yeah, this place, I can tell why it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons, but okay, find some ferrous tartrate, find some quinine, find some sodium hypochlorite. Okay. Can I go through here? No, I should have taken a look before I opened the door, now shouldn't I? God damn it. I'm assuming everything that I need is upstairs. I knew it.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Okay, I'm just gonna de-equip this and there we go. Yeah, there's the offhand. There's my abilities. Yeah, good. Oh, there's.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Okay, yeah, so why does it... I was like, oh yeah, why do you think I want to fight? Like, no. Oh, my offhand isn't equipped. I thought I equipped it. Ah, it needs to be there, maybe? Yeah, there we go. No, it needed to be in the other slot, otherwise it won't work. Yep, here's something.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
I think this is the most unsafe place. Yep. Well, there's no need to be scared.
These scowls feed on corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
They're not after blood. What are they after? I'm assuming these guys are just plain zombies. Yeah, see, they attack incredibly quickly, so that's why the big hand weapon, the scythe, wouldn't cut it here. From past game experience, I know that there's probably gonna be somebody just lurking around the corner.
It's locked.
List on that. Blood absorb. You can just acquire a new type of offhand weapon, equip it and press... Ooh. Oh no, another one. What? Oh yeah, my bad. Offhand weapon. Yeah, that one. Yes. Can I get to the... yeah, I could press back. I'm an idiot. There it is. I can absorb blood immediately with this? Okay. Citizen investigation. Available press. Yeah, okay. Citizen investigation. Citizen investigation are displayed here, categorized by district. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with then access to your map to locate the area to explore. Okay. The harder they fall, find out the cause of death. Okay. Office of Pembroke Hospital. Medical examiner. Report of investigation. Descent. Samuel Connor. Race. Caucasoid? Is that how you read it? 6. Male. Age 39. Home address. Okay, you know, this is just...
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Okay, then I'm looking into it. Corner of the... yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna open one.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Reopened? Okay.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Okay.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Interesting.
A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Well...
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
I'd like to see the details on this fucker. Okay, yeah, so this guy f***ed up his patient and then tried to operate on him again to see if...
Tippett has made an
Oh yeah, okay.
Tippett has made...
I got it. I thought it was something else to do, but no. Like, okay, the objective's telling me to go there. I wanna go here first. I will come out that door anyway. Okay, cool. Oh yes, absorbed blood. Lovely. Okay, so I gotta talk with that guy. Okay, so I still gotta find that. This guy is a bit more. Where's this guy? Come on. Come on. I got blood regeneration. I can slap the shit out of you if I want to. There we go, he's dead. There's one more guy,
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Well, yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure we have to soon enough. Sooner or later, we have to do it. I'd rather not, because like, oh, it's the game. The great part about the game is that we have to suck blood. It should probably come, as I said, less merciful. Yeah, that's probably the only way to go here. Less merciful. Oh, ooh, I can do research right here. Well, research, and then. Okay, so treatment for sepsis. Anemia, fatigue, cold, bronchitis. Bronchitis? Is that what it is? I don't know. Pneumonia, as I'm assuming that's how you say it. These are a lot of words that I have never heard of before. And it doesn't. I want to go. I can make this one. That's a light regeneration serum. This is a light blood serum. I want to keep all of this because I want to get treatments, not serums. I want to be able to be prepared for upcoming dialogues and whatnot. But okay, I'm done. It seems like. I just gotta. Now I gotta go back up. I'm just gonna check. This was the room I was gonna go. Come. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only guy left who's like sort of not like starved to death or. Oh yeah. What's up, fucker? There we go. What's up? I'm back. Oh yeah, wait, switch target, switch target. No, there we go. No, 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 no! There we go. Just gonna use some blood. There was no need really, but since I gathered so much blood from slicing these fuckers, I didn't see why not. I have to start draining some people soon. I need to just become more powerful. I can't care too much of. Okay, I have to select a certain few people that I will always befriend, and certain that I just. Because Dr. Swansea and that other girl feels like they're always gonna be my teammates, but I need some outsiders.
Voices in the garden. I should investigate.
The other
if
game.
they were to find somebody,
I think that was a good choice to let the Clay Cox live, because he seems like a fighter, so he would probably be able to survive out here in this in the current situation of London. But other people that I see weak, people that aren't that I don't see too much value in, I'll probably just, you know, kill straight up. Obviously that's a very harsh way of putting it, but in this game that's kind of how I see that I need to think. I guess I'm just gonna return to my office. Oh yeah, wrong way. Oh, I want to read that though. Hospital full, please go back home. Ouch!
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
Okay, so I gotta go back into the middle. Yep. And go back into my office. Craft up. Oh, the mission fucking disappeared. I could have easily done it over there at the other thing, but okay. For fatigue, it's right over here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I cannot do for. Okay, then I will do for this one. Anemia. I'll have a cure for that. Okay, these are the 5 other treatments that I have to get right now. Because I don't feel like I need anything else really. Okay, okay, is there anything that I could upgrade? Yes. Absorption when using in combat, increase the number of bullets you can carry. You can now carry 3 serums on you. No, I'm good about that. Here we go, Shadow Veil. Toggle drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving in this state will drain most stamina. You will exit the shadow if you can. Yeah, nah, I wanna. You can perform supernatural moves to target and cast upon landing. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I'm really into what these are gonna do. I just want to read them right now. Blood Cauldron. You focus your power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. Ouch! Abyss. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet. Coming to life, the shadow interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict tremendous damage. I see. I just wanna... Okay, so that's how it sort of would look. Yeah, and then this. What was this? I can maybe read first. You lose control and let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them furiously. I like the rage one. I like it. But which one am I gonna get first? This is more... Yeah, I need this. I need it because I need some type of, you know, power. But I can still get this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was gonna get the coagulation. Lovely. You block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Yep, and this, you perform a supernatural move to your target and cause them damage upon landing. Okay, confirm. Following night, yada yada yada. Now we go into this, and okay, yeah, okay. So I can only have 4 abilities. This is it, and then the ultimate. I don't have that yet, but I'll get it later. I didn't see the biggest use for this one, so I'll go back to this for now. But yeah, this is the current loadout that I'll be using. Again, no serums, but yeah. So increase the damage, increase stamina, increase health. That's what I've been going for so far, and my abilities, of course. Aluminium powder. Interesting. Oh, I should probably go look around. Okay. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the 2nd floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone. Waiting to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at the night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you are not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are presently facing, I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffin Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about econ in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this in order to take advantage of me. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm assuming these are the notes. Yep, article comes. It's an opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe the most intriguing physical and physiological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ as they prefer to call themselves. Okay. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly, almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or a dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed for me. It is a cat-like attribute which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer, faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will. Subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's physique. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the results could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all. Concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us, vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, and if he cannot die of hunger or thirst, this need for blood may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside of warm bodies, through walls, or on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications that it almost beggars belief. Interesting. Now that is quite interesting. So I can see whether
the flower's dying. It needs water.
I can see if somebody is ill. Well, with time. Obviously, maybe not can do it right now, but I might be able to later. But that's quite interesting. He said there was another way for me to leave. Was it? I'm assuming no. Currently, I'm just gonna leave through here. My door is closed. Cool. I'm predicting this right now. I'm gonna come back one day, and somebody's gonna be in my room seeing all Mary, like, oh my god. Well, unknown blood quality, unknown. I mean, all of these are really unknown. I should probably get to know all these better.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Yep. Let's talk about July. How is the situation here? Well, I know how the staff
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
I know that. I know. It's just that I want to keep her spirit up. I want to ask her a more personal question. Oh, I need hints for that. Okay. Well, these are just no... Well, I'm just going to ask her the stuff.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Interesting.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay, so I should not expect him to be kind then. Well, thank you. I'll leave for
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Yeah, so I'm also going to be talking...
Good evening, Doctor.
Throughout the most of this.
I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Okay, so, I can't ask any personal questions, no? No, I don't have any hints about him, so... Tell me about yourself.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Okay.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
That is okay.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Interesting, so I'm kind of like a celebrity around here, huh?
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Interesting. Yeah, might
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Okay, didn't tell me much about the hospital, but
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True.
this is quite intriguing.
Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Yes,
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Yes, I knew it. See, talking with people does really give you...
Goodbye.
It really gives you things. Okay, that's another side quest. More experience. This may help me not to consume too much blood. Again, I most likely will try to, because I kind of have to.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Interesting. Well, this guy clearly doesn't like me. There's no way getting out of this trap, I feel like, because if I say I've seen men, she's like, oh, you're just playing bullshit. If I say knowledge is our main weapon, I'll just confirm his theory about me, and this will also just confirm his theory about me. Either way, he won't believe me, so...
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Threatening him won't do me any good. Well, he's clearly not jealous of me, so...
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be
This guy gives
butchered
me-
to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
He gives me loads of information, and I said I was able to use some judgment on that. Yeah, so mostly this is, but I'm only gonna be talking to loads of people. So if you haven't already clicked off the video where it's about to, this entire video is mostly gonna be just me talking to the people. So if you don't want to see that, you may just skip this entire video.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. I'm gonna talk with the lady first.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Okay. I'll ask him a few questions here. Oh, ooh.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
I see.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses.
I see.
That's all that matters.
I see. Go straight to the point. No, it's not us.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh, that one.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the
Oh,
situation.
yeah, maybe if it's such a... I maybe should stop talking to her, honestly. Maybe he's dying currently. This man is dying on me and I'm just, over here.
Goodbye.
Waste your time with me.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Press. Okay, healing as hit will increase the build code and will warp XP. The hell status.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
God, you're not a burden. Sure, I'll give
You
it
are
to
not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Yeah. I'd assume he'd say that.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll talk to... Okay, now there's that guy here. I'm about to be able to get some more information.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Ooh, yeah, because doctors aren't supposed to... I mean, it might be very unprofessional of me to ask him that. Yeah, I can't ask him about that. It would be very unprofessional. I can't ask him that.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Yeah, they're...
Goodbye.
They have some kind of rivalry, I'll get that. The game just keeps telling me fucking drink someone's blood already. I like this guy, but I might drink this guy's blood. Again, I can't mesmerize him currently because, you know, he's constantly by the bed. Dorothy seems alright. I might drink her blood just because I don't see anything special with her, honestly. He's dying, so I'm not gonna drink him. Oh yes, I'm supposed to talk to her again. Come on, come on. I know you're right here.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Dr.
Yeah, this is...
Goodbye.
Good evening! Goodbye. Yeah, so I thought I was able to get some more information. Okay, here's a patient.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me.
Yeah, I get that.
Mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
She's sick. Otherwise I would see the fangs in her mouth. She's not.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
Oh, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
She's not a vampire, she's just like, I don't know, drugged or something. Something happened that made her believe.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this
she's just a believer.
hollow shell of flesh.
She doesn't have any proof that she's a vampire. She just 100% thinks she is.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that
she's kind of bullshit.
That they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul. Or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality.
Oh.
And you think it is I who am delusional.
She's so confident. I love it. She's so confident that she's a vampire.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
She's so confident in the fact that she's a vampire, but she's just very, very ill. It's I mean, I feel sad for, obviously, like, no one should ever feel sick, ever. Like, it's hard when people get any kind of disease or sickness at all. But it's so, like, it's, the reason why I think it's fun in a way, it's the fact that it's so interesting to see.
Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed.
Well, I can help you.
I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off.
I love this game.
But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
I see.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
I see.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Won't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Okay. Can I do anything? He's just gonna have... I can get something.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Interesting, interesting.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
Yeah, I get
No
that.
offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
I see.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly,
I see the situation is in.
I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
I see what kind of mental state it's in. It's not a nice one.
Goodbye for now.
Disgust on every street corner.
Oh,
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
As I said, I'm just gonna go through everybody here. I want to get information out, get secrets, make them more, give me more information so I can increase the blood value, and then just, when the right moment appears, strike their ass. So I can just tank so much XP. But I won't eat this guy, for now.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
I see.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood.
Okay.
I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
I see.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
I see.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
I knew it was a good thing to keep him alive, because if he trusts me, then I might get some contact with this gang.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
I see.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise?
Um,
The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
He's Irish and I love it.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
Well, then it's
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
It's quite a surprise that you're actually still alive if he sucks that much blood at you. If you're beyond exhaustion, it's actually quite surprising as well that you're awake.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
You might want to check into that maybe then if you're close to her.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
So he has no idea about vampires then?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Interesting. No. That guy's still unknown. I don't know. Milton. It's only Milton left and then... Damn, he gives a lot of XP, but I'm never gonna drink his blood. I'm gonna talk to 2 more people and then I should be on my way.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Trade what? Exactly.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago.
Oh.
You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
About that. About that.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I?
Exactly.
These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay.
Not exactly what I meant.
No soul anymore. All gone.
I mean, I meant there's no point in being like considering you are a doctor, you need to have this kind of resistance. Like you can't be afraid of blood, you can't be afraid of organs or dead bodies. Like you need to be somewhat calm. Otherwise, being a doctor can be quite difficult. It's not only about learning. I don't have any experience in being a doctor, but from what I theorize, it's not only about medical procedures and certain chemicals that and other stuff that you're using. It has a lot to do with your mentality.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Okay.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Yeah. Other people are scared in their homes. Or they don't care.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What makes you so sure?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Okay, he does it his own way.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not.
I figured he wouldn't.
I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays.
I'm not... Some of these
If
questions
I was
are quite
to
obvious to me,
never
but I
die,
can't just ask everything
good.
just to get as much information
I
out
would
as
be
possible.
bored,
Because he
or
might
worse.
spit something he might not want to spit.
And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Ferrous, tartrate. Oh, I need that sword. Oh, no, that's for that. Go down. I am never drinking your blood. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm never going to drink Rakesh because he seems like a very... He seems like a fine man. Plus, I'd preferably like to keep my shop. Now where's the last one? The tack.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed.
No.
Your colleagues are already arguing.
I see. Would you mind telling me more?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay. Nothing.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, It's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
I see. Very family man. That's good.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
Okay, let's find the last two. I saw a patient that was completely unknown to me. Over there. It's those two left. They're on the outside. I'm gonna begin with this guy over here. A woman, I don't know. Yeah. Can I even talk to the person? Apparently I cannot. Okay, well then it's only this guy left. Then I'm gonna be heading. Then I'm gonna do so. Then I'm gonna do some quest, and then I think
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
A car? You can drive them over?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
This guy might spit everything I need to know, because he's very honest.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
It was, yeah... Ooh, another quest, yes!
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working
Fair
here.
enough.
This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Fair enough, this guy hasn't seen the brightest things in life.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is...
Again, I'm gonna keep these guys alive, because... whatever... Because they're selling stuff that I need.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
I'm gonna... check my my desk for treatments. I was gonna see if I can go down to the English guy or Milton and see if they have some materials that I need. If let's see here. So I already got fatigue. I don't think I need another one too soon. Ow. Seems like I need a lot of codeine and potassium permanganate and clove essence. Both of these two need the exact same. Glass vials I have quite enough of. All of these three have the same thing. It's only this one that's different. Well, then I know what I'm searching for. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the quest with the Dr. Swansea. See what he wants me to do. I'm gonna do that quest, and I think I'm gonna end the episode right there. Because I'm thinking this. Because I think this episode is getting quite long now. Now let's see here.
So many deaths.
I cannot enter.
Oh, wrong door. No, it's up. I was right. It was upstairs. Yeah, it's right here. So, is it here? Yeah, here it is. It's a sign.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Okay. Can people see that?
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Yeah. 50-50. It's like most things when, you know, there's always something good behind something bad, and there's always something bad behind something good. I mean, yeah. I always try to look on the bright side of stuff, even though I might seem pessimistic at times. I guess I'm just a realist at times, but I try to stay optimistic.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Edgar, okay.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I see. Well, I guess I'll go see Lady Ashbury so you guys get some kind of thrill from this video. Well, it's not really a thrill, really, but I might find someone to fight by the Lady Ashbury. Right there. That's who I couldn't talk to. Oh no!
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Sometimes yes, sometimes not.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, you kind of just bailed on me last time.
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury.
Okay.
I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Ouch.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
Okay.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
I see.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
This woman is wise. I like it.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
That's sort of like a dumb question to me, so
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr.
Seems like
Reed.
everyone's life is in my hands.
I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I see. Everybody is currently unknown to me, but that is understandable, I guess. How do I get to her? She's in this.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Shh. Should I just go full of boldness and just say shut the fuck up? You know what, fuck it.
If you continue shouting, I'll have you restrained and gagged. Understood?
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
Most people except Milton have been very polite. They might have been rude, but they've been polite. She just says she has no chill at all.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. Keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
That was rather quick. Okay,
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
I think this would be a good place to end the episode.
These nurses.
Because
No respect.
I feel the old lady here gave us a good goodbye. And I feel like the video might be getting a bit too long, so I gotta have to cut. I kind of have to cut it here, no matter if I wanted to play more or not. But yeah, sorry that I was quite quiet this video, but I really was intrigued by all the information that I could get. I really wanted to get a lot of more experience from them. Like you see now, all of these are getting closer and closer to being more full of experience.
There again.
Sadly, I can't see everybody currently, but next time I get one of these poor souls alone, I'll grow quite a lot on my vampiric side.
You are going to reveal all your secrets.
I need my medication.
The darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you.
These guys have some kind of fan fiction here.
This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Simpletons, these nurses.
Bro, they have some kind of play going on here. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, so, yeah, but so most of this episode I've been talking to people, trying to get information out, as I said. But the next episode I'll probably be doing a lot more objectives and whatnot. But again, for everybody that stayed till the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you watched through each and every one of these. And it pleases me, and I hope this pleases you all a lot, because that's really my main objective in all of this. I really want to make sure that you guys have the most pleasant time as you can. That's why I feel like this video might have been a bit too boring for most of you, but I hope it pleased you anyway. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you all in the next one.